My name is Russ Horn, and I'd like to show you how to best determine the direction that you want to trade. You want to trade with the trend for the most part. If you're a trend following trader, you're going to find the most trades and you're going to find the trades that move the furthest if you are following the trend. Now, the best way to do that is to look for impulse moves and corrections. Now, an impulse move is going to be a trend following move. It'll go in the direction of the trend. And a correction or a pullback is going to be a smaller move in the opposite direction. And we'll very quickly be able to identify the impulse moves and the corrections. So in this area of the market, we've got these impulse moves moving up with the big aggressive moves upwards and then the smaller moves against the trend. So what we want to do is take trades in the direction of the trend. So if we're looking at a current chart, we're looking at the current market, what we're seeing is a change in the trend direction. We've got these impulse moves going up in this first half of the chart, but right now, the bigger move is heading down. So we've got this big move to the downside. So what I'm going to do is wait for a correction and then take a trade to the short side. We're going to see that the impulse moves generally are going to be similar in length. So if I take a trend line, kind of measure this, be able to see that this impulse move is the same as this impulse move, it's the same as this impulse move, it's very similar to this impulse move, and so on. So if we go in the opposite direction, we can see we've got an impulse move to the downside. So what that means is if we've got an impulse move going down, we're going to have a correction coming back up. And then from there, we're looking for another impulse move to the downside. So what we want to pay attention to is the area up in here where the price could be looking to make a reversal, or we're going to be looking at this area of support where price will want to break through it. Let's take a look at another example. This is the Euro USD. We're looking at the 1 hour time frame, and we can see the big move to the downside. This would be considered an impulse move because it is one of the larger moves. So I'm looking for a correction, and we could actually be seeing that correction right now. So with this being the case, I would put an area of support at the floor, and I'd be looking for a market to move below this area of support. This would be the trade I would take. If this correction was a little bit bigger, if it continues to move up, then I could be looking for an opportunity to go short up in this area here and take it to this area of support and then maybe a little bit beyond it. And if we take a look at, this is the US dollar, Canadian dollar, we can see we have the impulse moves to the downside. And right now we're looking at a correction. So this would be a great opportunity or a great time to start looking for shorting opportunities. Again, I'd be looking to go short under this swing low, or I'd be looking for a signal or an indicator or something to give me an opportunity to go short after this pullback. So looking for good trades is really quite simple. Follow the trend. Look and see what direction the impulse moves are making, wait for a pullback, and then trade in the direction of those impulse moves. Very simple, very straightforward. You can do this without indicators. When you start putting indicators on your charts, use those indicators to take advantage of what you're seeing on the charts. You could be using moving averages to give you a crossover. You could be using a stochastic oscillator to give you a crossover. These could give you an indication that we have a market that is turning. You could use candle formations like a bearish engulfing candle. You could use an RSI. Anything like this will give you an indicator's version of a potential to a short trade. But look for the impulse move, wait for the correction, and then trade in the direction of that initial impulse move. All right, I hope this video was helpful. I hope you can take advantage of this, and I'll see you in the next video.